All right, our next question. Do you have any children that will not follow your checklist? We use a checklist for our 9-year-old son, but it's such a challenge to get him to follow it. He always seems to forget about the list, or we end up having to follow behind him to enforce that he completes each task. Okay, this is the beauty of a checklist, and I'm proud of you that you have one. The next thing is kind of the hardest for us moms, and it's to clearly, consistently, and repeatedly reinforce it. There is no other way. The checklist is the way your sweet son manages his mornings. And what I do is I put my checklist out on our kitchen counter every night before I go to bed. And so our kids wake up, they come downstairs, they're oriented, as I am, to what is expected of each child to complete on their own each morning before we all head out the door. So your checklist, a couple things you have to ask yourself. What's on your checklist? Is it appropriate? Is it doable for your son? Is he frustrated by it and that's why he doesn't want to do it? Have you agreed on these things? Can he accomplish these things? Remember, orienting your sweet son to your job. And your job is to keep him happy, healthy, safe, and cozy. So I would say, sweet son, I happen to have a 9-year-old. His name is Oliver. So I'll say, hey, Oliver, listen, it's mommy's job to keep you happy, healthy, safe, and cozy. It's healthy to have a morning routine to follow this list. I'm sure you can do it. Mom has confidence in you. Done. Importance is it's healthy to have a list. You have pride. You're prideful. You believe he can do it. And then he feels like, hey, Mom knows I can do this. She thinks it's important for my health, for my growth. All right, I'm going to do it. So remember, the combination of you and your job and why this checklist is a sign of you doing your job, and then let him manage it. If he doesn't get it done, then there has to be a consequence, and you determine what that is. Perhaps, I mentioned in a question earlier, perhaps you take one day where you truly level the consequence up until it's done. You don't go to school. That's very clear cause and effect. That punishment fits the crime. You believe as his mom that it's healthy to follow a checklist. He doesn't follow it, so a healthy response would be you don't leave until it's done. So I would suggest your child own that checklist. You're there to motivate him, praise him as he works it. Listen, sweetheart, we're reinstilling this checklist. I have a new one now. It's from my friend Amy at Inspiring Moms. She has 7 kids and she has a 9-year-old and he follows it. So I am so confident that you're going to follow it. Here it is, love. Remember, let him know it's your job to keep him healthy. It's healthy to have a list. You know he can do it. Make it a great day.